Good morning, everybody. Let's welcome our first speaker of our APAC sessions today, Mr. Johnson Lee, the Vice President of CloudWise. He will be sharing on the IOPS trends and best practices. Welcome, Mr. Johnson.
Hello, I am Johnson Lee from CloudWise. It's a great pleasure to be part of Huawei Developer Conference and share with you the CloudWise AI Ops solutions and practices. First, a bit about the company. CloudWise was founded in 2009 as a startup. At the time, digital transformation presented great business opportunities, and we were able to grow thanks to it. Now, our marketing and sales network spans all across China and in a few regions abroad. We now have over 900 employees. Soon, either this month or next, the number will reach 1,000. We are in a period of fast growth. This has to do with the business we are in, AI Ops. We have been favored by several top venture capital firms, such as Sequoia Capital, Gobi, China Broadband Capital. They highly value the AI Ops business. We've been growing at a rate of 100% year-on-year or even higher. Looking forward, the new infrastructure initiative in China and digital infrastructure development abroad presents more opportunities to CloudWise to achieve even better performance. This is a brief history of the company. It actually coincides with the development path of cloud and intelligent business. From 2010 to 2013, the cloud business started to develop. We were fortunate enough to have seized the opportunity and released our SaaS products. We were the first vendor to offer SaaS services in China, and soon became a leading company in cloud-based SaaS monitoring business. In 2014 and 2015, we received financing and developed more products, including the APM products like app monitoring and pressure testing. During 2016 and 2018, the company expanded, becoming a solution provider, and started to serve large customers. By 2019, the CloudWise product, system, and platform, as well as our development plan, matured. We started to go overseas, setting up the Hong Kong branch, Singapore branch, and will soon be able to cover the whole Southeast Asia market. This map shows our global network. We will soon cover the Southeast Asia market and the Middle East. These are the near-term goals. What do we do then, or how do we position ourselves? Well, we focus on three areas of business. Companies are going through digital transformation. The pandemic actually accelerated this process. Before, many were hesitating over whether to do it or not. Digitalization was considered something good to have that can improve capability or speed up business growth. But one thing that has come out of the pandemic is a fundamental difference between digitalized companies and those that have not been digitalized. Now, digital operations is considered to be a core competency. It is no longer something nice to have, but part of company's core competitiveness. In this area, we offer the most comprehensive services, which includes business operation, or how the business departments see their operation, how the digital system is structured, how to set up the key KPIs, and how to use this matrix to continuously improve business capability. This is the first part of our business. The second is the O&M of digital application systems, or the IT O&M domain. It's not enough to digitalize businesses. The underlying systems and applications need to be digital as well. Therefore, this is an important area during digitalization. Then, at the very bottom, we have the digital infrastructure, like cloud, containers, and microservices. This infrastructure needs to be digitalized as well. That sums up what CloudWise offers. We are an O&M solution provider, specializing in 3 areas: business operation, application operation, and infrastructure operation. We offer comprehensive AIOps solutions to enterprise customers. Next, I'd like to talk about the key challenges in IT Ops. What challenges do enterprises face when they undergo digital transformation? The first challenge is that as business and digitalization move forward rapidly, there are many latent O&M issues. China is growing at a very fast pace. Many countries abroad are also witnessing fast growth. Essentially, we have a combination of many complex systems and technologies and rapid business growth. With all these added together, you can imagine if anything goes wrong in such a complicated environment, it's hard to wrap your head around it. It also makes it hard to improve efficiency. When an issue is detected, it's hard to understand or resolve. Second, as IT becomes increasingly important, as our operation and the digitalization, cross-departmental collaboration, the system complexity, fault handling, and coverage are all major challenges. We're thinking about how to accelerate digital transformation, how to use big data, AI, and comprehensive service management processes to build platforms to make business healthier and growth more effective. These are some of the directions and issues that we believe need to be addressed. Next, I want to talk about strategic goals. There are 3 levels. The bottom level is ensuring business security, stability, and continuity. This is the bottom line. If this is not done properly, business will be affected. So this is the bottom line, and it must be done well. Then, we need to bring in new technologies to improve the overall O&M efficiency. Apart from raising efficiency, we also want to better control costs. The third level is to provide more insights to business, leveraging data and intelligence to support better and more efficient decision-making and to guide business directions. Next, let's talk about implementation. In part 3, I will share with you how all this is implemented. At the bottom of this graph is the O&M logic. The logic is very simple. It starts from building a system. We first identify issues through KPIs or various perspectives. Once we identify an issue, we analyze it, locate it, and fix it. This is the basic approach to simple in simple terms. On top of this, we go to more details. We have a total of 9 scenarios. We will explain through this graph. The first scenario is multi-tiered IT monitoring. The IT system itself is quite complex. It includes infrastructure, application, and business systems. We need to monitor each layer. This is the first scenario. What is the second scenario? Well, we collect lots of data from various domains, but the data is messy. We still don't know where the problem is. We still cannot locate or fix the issue. What can we do? A popular topic in big data and OMN domains is O&M data governance. The role of data governance is to find order and insights in messy data. This is the second step, data governance. When data governance is ready, what do we present? We need to build a set of KPI management system. When we turn a messy system into an orderly one, we need to find the core KPIs and use the core KPIs to monitor the IT infrastructure operation, as well as the operation of applications and business systems. This way, data can truly become valuable. All the big data and AI are only useful if there is effective, high-quality data. It is a prerequisite for data consumption and application on top. Therefore, the first scenarios I talked about are essentially building the foundation. First, we make sure that we have valid data. That's the first 3 scenarios: data governance, core KPIs, abstraction, and KPI system. The fourth scenario is issue detection and handling. When we have a good foundation, we can observe the whole system. What are the issues in the infrastructure? How to improve it? How can we use cloud to improve efficiency and reduce costs? How can we use application middleware to improve efficiency and database capability? Even the correlation of business and IT metrics and all kinds of core analysis are possible. This will effectively improve IT capability. Then there is centralized business and IT control. We actually have talked with many CIOs in China and abroad. One thing that we all agree on is that IT is business. Business relies on data and IT support. It's hard to find one company that doesn't have good system support but still enjoys high growth. This is also what CIOs are most interested in. How does IT system support and help business? What can business get from IT capabilities? This is what we do here in centralized business and IT control. What's next? When the systems are established, the business and data-related systems, we need to mobilize the teams. That's why we have service management system construction here. With data, IT systems, and management systems, when business and IT are integrated, we then need to improve collaboration. The collaboration between the 3 lines of IT support and collaboration with business departments are both structured by the service management system. Then there's day-to-day service management processes. We also need automation. What does it mean? It means that with the same operational efficiency, we try to standardize routine transactions and automate them. We can standardize and automate 80% of the common transactions. The rest, 20%, are done manually. This is the 80-20 rule in IT operation. Lastly, we have the management and control of digital assets. These are the 9 scenarios offered by CloudWise. CloudWise has the most comprehensive portfolio in the industry, and it's the only company that can help customers build a comprehensive system, while others only specialize in a certain domain. However, we prefer to provide our customers with a total solution panoramically. Then we'll talk about the landing process. We have seen the 9 scenarios, all of which cover our IT, O&M, and service management. So how exactly to implement it? In fact, the core of implementation is data-based and service-based. At the low level of systems, there are all kinds of data, for example, log data, user experience data, and application performance data. Such multidimensional data goes into our data operations platform. Then we set up the whole system by sorting out indicators and using the data governance we just talked about. The upper layers are the data consumption and application systems that we just mentioned. In the interest of time, I won't go into it because this is actually a big domain. There are rich applications or products to help our customers solve problems. In addition to data, another direction is service management. I have researched a lot of these enterprises. Large IT teams can be at a scale of thousands of people, and mid-sized enterprises may have hundreds of IT employees. So how do these people collaborate with one another? There are development, testing, O&M, operation, and product teams. How do they cooperate with each other? In fact, a whole set of services or coordination mechanisms are required. Then I'll talk about a few key points. The first key point is that the core of the operational and digital systems is data. Without scientific data governance and a data matrix system formation, the more you move forward, the more you feel like the foundation has not been solidly laid. Therefore, we have a complete set of methodologies to construct a metric system. We have a lot of practice in fields of banking, insurance, carrier, aviation, electricity power in China. Then we derive from our practice the systematic methodology. The second key point is what I must talk about, intelligence. Because if you have data only, you can only find some common problems by statistics or by looking at trends. For some of the more central issues, it's better to introduce some algorithmic capabilities, such as those for anomaly detection, intelligent detection, log parsing, association analysis, and root cause analysis. In fact, we have a huge algorithm team, and it is the most powerful algorithm team in the industry. We integrate intelligent algorithms from various aspects into our platform. With the data foundation we've laid, we can have more insights, and we can efficiently identify various problems, locate root causes, and continuously optimize and solve problems. The third key point is the service management system, which enables IT organizations with hundreds or thousands of people to run efficiently and smoothly. It is equivalent to the ERP in the IT field, enabling us to effectively organize human, material, and resources. It's like my left hand is data and algorithms, and my right hand is service and collaboration. The left hand and right hand are held together to form a very strong operation control system. Okay, I'm going to share 2 cases with you in the next few minutes. I think there are 2 very representative cases. In the first case, we're looking at a large bank. It has IT teams in Beijing, Shanghai, Hong Kong, Singapore, UK, and other overseas locations. It's actually a very large financial institution. Then its credit card business is a B2C business, so it involves a lot of data operations. Therefore, there are many challenges during the construction of the entire O&M system. We've been serving this client for years. Let's talk about some things in the last phase of construction. First, the objectives of construction are three-pronged. The first goal is an intelligent monitor center. It means that I can, first of all, see data and see all aspects and processes of my entire operation. For example, the core is the establishment of the metric system and the definition of the metrics. In addition, after metrics are available, it is about how to layer the service topology and how to trace the source when a problem occurs. These are the basis for data governance, indicator system building, and IT problem discovery and handling. Second, the second objective is the intelligent alarm center. Once something goes wrong, I have to let my team know there's something wrong. Then, through the layer-by-layer analysis of the problem, I can know where the problem is. In this way, problems can be resolved quickly. The system can be recovered and services can be ensured. It includes alarms, alarm escalations, alarm reports, and how to continuously locate, trace, analyze, and solve problems through the data link. The third is the Intelligent Fault Management Center. I have learned a lot of faults. Can I make these fault maintenance methods into my knowledge base and develop some standardized and automated troubleshooting methods? This is the Intelligent Fault Management Center that we built. These are the three goals of the project. The solution is based on cloud-wise intelligent service O&M platform. On this platform, we have sorted out multi-dimensional data. We use big data analysis platform and plenty of intelligent algorithms. On the top, we have constructed three core scenarios for application implementation. The first scenario is the Intelligent Fault Management Center. Once a fault occurs, you can immediately know where and how to resolve it. The second is the Intelligent Alarm Center. If a problem occurs, a team will be alerted immediately to locate the problem as soon as possible. The third is the Intelligent Monitoring Center. These three centers provide full support for the entire operation and the business systems. And then I will talk about a case of an insurance company. The insurance company is indeed a big insurance group. It has offerings such as auto insurance, life insurance, property insurance, and so on. In fact, it has branches all over China and also overseas. It's a very big company, one of the top ones. Our cooperation has several purposes. In fact, the first is to build a good monitoring system. The system should be able to monitor all aspects of operations. In addition to operations, we hope to set more intelligent scenarios to make the entire operation system smarter. We introduced, for example, the lab of algorithm the anomaly detection system. We want to have the capability to locate faults and problems, and then to realize automation, repairing, and even self-healing. The entire operation system is visualized in the operation control center. Here are some of our implementations. On the screen, you can see the health condition of each service in real time. And any problem will be displayed right after its emergence. Services are layered. We can see some of the correlations between them. In the back end, there are a large number of intelligent algorithms used to analyze the changes of various indicators. In this process, we are aware of the systems that are compromising the health of business. With these digital capabilities, operating capabilities across the board have been improved. This project has also been well received by the customer. The project has employed advanced technologies, made some key breakthroughs in data, and also achieved the top-level application of intelligence in the industry. We're going to see more scenarios and opportunities in the cooperation. We'd like to work with the customer to explore more in intelligent O&M. In the field of intelligent O&M, our presence has been expanded to not only services, banking and insurance sectors, but also aviation. For example, in aviation, we have solutions for smart airports and smart operation of air routes. We have a lot of good implementations. We also have good business development in other areas, like government and transportation. The company as a whole has seen a lot of progress. So our customers and partners and those who are interested in intelligent O&M and digital transformation, please contact us, and we welcome more communications. In terms of CloudWise, we hope to sum up our own experience and apply our experience in implementations. Besides, I'm actually in charge of the overseas business myself in Hong Kong, Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, and Indonesia. We have local teams. And we are going to explore the Middle East, Latin America, and Europe markets. So outside China, if you have needs for digital transformation, O&M control, or intelligent O&M, please come to us. And I would like to thank Huawei Cloud for its support. Our SaaS systems in and outside China are built on Huawei Cloud. And then in terms of compliance and the provision of SaaS services, Huawei Cloud has given us great support and help. We also work closely with Huawei. Our teams in Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand are actually working together with Huawei teams. I said to my local colleagues, you are either visiting a customer or you are in a Huawei office. would like to brainstorm with all of you about how to put cloud and our SaaS services together in the digital transformation process to help customers complete digital transformation and the cloud migration and deliver all the value we can generate. Thank you all.
Thank you, Johnson, for your wonderful speech. Next, let's welcome our next speaker, Mr. Xiaolin Zheng, the co-founder and CTO of Next Billion. He will be sharing on the topic of intelligent custom global map solutions for enterprises.
Hello, everyone. Thanks to be invited here to talk about Next Billion AI. I am Xiaolin, the co-founder and CTO of Next Billion AI. Let me introduce who we are. We have 3 co-founders in Next Billion. So before starting this new startup, we has been working for Grab for 5 years. So for those who doesn't familiar with Grab, so Grab is one of the largest internet platform in Southeast Asia. Its business included of ride-hailing, food delivery, express, and financial. We have been working as the geospatial team of Grab, providing all kind of geospatial technologies to all the businesses like ride-hailing. So during these years of investment, there's one thing that we have learned so far, which is to say the location and maps are at the heart of customer experiences for several industries like deliveries, mobility, supply chain, or smart. Let me give you one quick example. So imagine that you are starting a new ride-hailing platform. So you will start from building your own driver app, your own passenger app, and management platform. So those things are not that hard to build, especially when you have a small size of drivers and passengers. When there is a passenger who is calling for driver, the thing you will need to do is try to find a nearby driver. So without the support of a mapping platform, the only thing you can do is basically find a nearby driver by this straight line distances. Then maybe you can find a driver 2 kilometers away from the passenger on a straight line distance, and then you apply that job to that driver. But eventually the driver can end up driving 10 kilometers to pick up the driver, which is a disaster for both user experiences and platform efficiency. So which is to say, all these kind of platforms will need the API service from a map platform. And then the next thing you will notice that to invest on building your own map, it's almost like a mission impossible. So the next thing you will do is that you will go to the market to find existing providers who can provide similar services to you. When you are working with existing map data providers in the world, there's one thing you will find is that the current maps aren't tailored for your enterprises. So the current big players in the world are mostly for individual navigation products. Individual navigation products is actually slightly different than the map that an enterprise need. Let me give you one example. For individuals, you actually don't care about your own neighborhood because you have been living there so many years. You know the maps inside your neighborhood so well. So usually you don't need the navigation for that. You only need the navigation to a place that you don't familiar with. But imagine a food delivery businesses, which requires the delivery team to find the exact building number, the exact unit, and the exact room, which for delivery person who never live in this area, it will be very hard. But as of today, the neighborhood map is still not good in all the big players' map database. So we know that it's not tailored for the enterprises, and there's not much the enterprises can do. The typical options for enterprise are actually limited. So the total number of players or say providers in the industry is only a few, and the services they are providing is actually the same. One keyword to the services they are providing so far today, it's centralized map. So they are all managing a centralized map, a single map for the whole world, which is technically quite challenging. But the problem of a centralized map is that there's no flexibility they can provide. Imagine that you are operating express businesses and your driving team realize that there's one way that is not good for your delivery team to go. Maybe based on some regulation issue, maybe because your company doesn't have the license for that area. But in a centralized map, you cannot configure your map to reflect this reality. And because it's centralized, the provider itself also cannot provide you such customization because it will affect other users who may not be under similar regulation as you. So that is a fundamental challenge for using a centralized map. Given all these known challenges and experience need, we have developed a very different technical solution for enterprises. Here are the key features of the NB-AI location and mapping ecosystem. The first one is decentralized. We actually developed a very different architecture. We call it decentralized map, which is to say our architecture allows different customer to maintain a different layer of the map. And this decentralized map technology allows us to be able to do customization for any customers. So any customers will be allowed to do any kind of customization on top of its own data without affecting any other enterprises in the same platform. And we are also providing this solution in a very optimized and effective way. A lot of people are asking us that, how come you can provide such a solution in a low price? Our answer is we are partnering with the biggest open source mapping platform to achieve efficient and cost effectiveness. We are actually using OpenStreetMap as the base layer of our map data. OpenStreetMap, also known as OSM, is the world's largest open source mapping community. In the graph here, you can see that the active users of OSM is actually growing sharply. The OSM community allows anyone to be able to contribute on map data. Anyone means you or me or anyone who is listening to this speak. You can go to your browser, register a user, and start mapping your neighborhood in 5 minutes without any deep knowledge of the map. You can start the contribution. So this brings some interesting features to this map community. The first one is because most of the users are not professionally trained for map building, so the quality of their build, I would say, is not that consistent between users. In the other hand, because it's built by millions of people who are actually very familiar with the neighborhood he's living in, which sometimes provide an up-to-date map data. So given these trade-offs, the experience of directly using OSM may not be that fantastic. Actually, there are a lot of companies have been doing that. We as the NB platform is providing the necessary technology and data to build a much better platform and industry level platform and be able to providing a full map solution to our customer. Our NB mapping platform incorporated base map data like OSM or any other data sources. We also be able to merge other map data from different sources. Here, I want to highlight that usually the enterprise itself have the best data to be used for mapping. Another example I can share here, which is an ambulance management company who is managing ambulances across cities. The route planning and the ETA, which is estimated time of arrival for ambulance, is different than individual cars, because you can imagine that ambulance may not need to follow certain traffic rules. So the technology we have been providing to this company is like, we use open source software and engine as the base layer. We incorporate the data collected by the customer itself, which is some GPS trajectories data, some imagery data collecting from cameras, and helped build a map which is tailored for that ambulance. This is our concept of merge the base map together with the other data sources and the customer data into one place. And then we provide end-to-end map use cases like direction API from point A to point B, map matching API, geocoding, searching, and we're also providing a bunch of tools which allows our customer to be able to do customization on top of our platform. So I want to wrap up a little bit around our platform. So several key features. Number one is cost effective. So because of the partnership with open source world, which allow us to deliver the software and the data at a much lower prices. The second is scalability, because our solution is heavily depends on data and the technology. There's no limit where on the geo area or human resources that stopped us from expansion. So we are already serving customers around the world. The third one is customizable. Because of the decentralized map architecture, we have been able to provide customization on top of maps, which is quite unique in the market. Now I want to share a little bit on our technology. I won't go too deep because mapping technology may be boring for a lot of people, but I want to highlight some key points which enables us to provide such an business solution. The first concept I want to highlight here is our key architectural concept, map as a code. Take myself as an example. I have been a technical leader for years. I have been doing code review on my teams also for many years. There's one thing that I just noticed when I started my experience on the mapping industry, which is for map, the data quality is the key to the whole thing. This is very similar to a tech company for which the code quality is the key. So if you look at the code world, there has been a lot of tools helping you to build a high quality tool. So we started to think that, can we bring some of those tools into the map world and provide a much better map production experience? Thus, we introduced this map as a code concept. So we compared different aspects of map versus code. For example, in the code repo, there are millions of lines of codes, and it's same for a map. There's millions of elements like a way, a building, a POI, which is points of interest. And also we need to track the history of all the edit. We want to know that who provides what kind of update based on what facts. Here we introduced something similar to the Git blame feature. We can track the history and try to find out who provide what in the map database. Also, we are trying to introduce linter type of thing, which is helping the community to do a better job on map editing. The other key feature we are introducing here is branches. We allow branching on maps. This is the key to the decentralized map in the decentralized map architecture. We allow any elements in the map database to be inside multiple branches and to be updated differently in different branches. So each branch, you can imagine that as a customer, for which all the customization will be on top of branches. And also the concept of rebasing. So because some of the time we will need to merge different map data into one place. For example, one customer wants the map data from another one. And then we use this rebasing technology to help us to solve conflict among different data sources. And the final thing is around CI and CD. We try to introduce very similar platform or technology like the CI/CD software in the coding world, which helps us to have a smooth and fast iteration on map data production. Another topic I want to share is around AI. So actually the map technology are quite old. If you look at the biggest player in the world, most of them are more than 20 years, even 30 years. And the technology has been used, already developed, maybe 20 or 15 years ago. But as of today, when we are starting this new company, we are trying to do things differently. We are trying to use AI technology in every possible corner of our map engine. Several examples I can give. One is we are using deep reinforced learning in route planning. Also, we are using deep learning in time and distance and route prediction. We are also using NLP technology heavily in all the addresses and names in the map. Here is one thing I want to highlight, which is the containerized architecture that we are currently using. We are partnering with cloud providers like Huawei Cloud, helping us to build our whole platform in a containerized way. And with this containerized architecture, we are able to deploy our service across the whole world. For example, for a customer in the US area, we will be deploying our service in a cloud IDC near the US. And also for customer in India, we'll deploy to India, which can provide a much better throughput network latency compared to other possible providers. Finally, I want to give some case studies around our solution. One example here is a regional food delivery giant for which the ETA estimated time of arrival is crucial for their platform efficiency and user experience. So we started working together on building a Maps API tailored for these food delivery scenarios. Eventually, the result we are able to deliver is something with a comparable accuracy compared to the industry, but have a much better latency on the network side. This case is actually a logistic platform, which is having average 200 kilometers to 2,000 kilometers long trips of truck deliveries. They are currently using one of the the API provided by existing provider, which is not tailored for their own use cases. So we started to help them to customize the map for a better performance for their trucks. So the eventual result we have been able to deliver has a much better accuracy over the existing ETA estimation and much better throughput. And because of the on-prem deployment thing, we will be able to provide almost 10x throughput. Here is the regions that Next Billion product already in use. You can see that it's almost already across the world. This is thanks to the technology and solution we are building. There's no limitation on the geospatial or the human resources. We will be able to scale our solution global-wide. Thank you.
Thank you, Shaolin. Next, let's hear from Dr. Tan Gyok Leng, the CEO and founder of ADA Technologies. He will be sharing to us with the topic of the transforming banking and insurance with AI. Welcome, Dr. Tan.
Hello, my name is Dr. Tan. I'm the founder CEO of ADA Technologies. I'd like to thank Huawei for inviting me to this Huawei Developer Conference 2021 to give this keynote speech. I'm going to talk about how we do smart claims on the Huawei Cloud. We're going to actually use this occasion at Huawei Developer Conference to launch our service, so we're very proud of it. First, tell you a bit about a problem we're trying to solve. The insurance industry is growing very rapidly. It is aging population, there's breakthrough but expensive medical advances, and then there's a growth of the middle class in Asia. However, the insurance industry is a laggard in terms of technology adoption. So, operating costs is going up even faster than top-line growth. The insurance industry is ripe for a transformation using AI. So this is what AIDA does. We transform insurance using AI. Now, what's AIDA? AIDA is a multiple award-winning specialist AI machine learning company that's transforming insurance by doing the following. Number one, we help you manage your risk and compliance. Number two, we help you automate your processes in claims in underwriting. And number three, we help you increase your revenue through targeted upselling and cross-selling. So as a company, we have won multiple awards at the Singapore FinTech Festival, at the IMDA Tech Blazer Award, Frost & Sullivan, and finally also at the Huawei competition. AIDA has developed a very comprehensive suite of insurance products for the insurance industry. Our core product is our claims product that do straight-through processing of health claims using AI. We also have the ability to detect insurance fraud, looking for unusual claims coming into the system. We can help you do data capture. We can also do underwriting using AI. And on the forward-looking side, we have agent management and a user engagement module. But for today, I'm going to focus on claims and fraud, which is what we're going to launch on the Huawei Cloud. Okay. So this is what our customers say about us, right? So one of our customers actually put us on stage at the Singapore FinTech Festival in 2017, talking about how we help them automate their process and improve their timing from days to seconds. I will use this occasion to also let you know that one of our key customers is going to win a major award, a national level award, on the 13th of April. Now they win the award for an end-to-end claims processing system using the AI engine provided by AIDA, right? And this does actually thousands of claims every month, and we deal with what's called a health insurance claim called the e-file claims, pre and post claims, including pre-authorization, and it's actually processing thousands of claims every month. It uses our data capture and our data decision service. This is what our customers say about us, right? Thanks so much. Without you and your team at AIDA Technologies, we will not be able to have the easy claims experience. The award is a testimonial of a great product. We're grateful that you're developing AI technology for the insurance industry, right? So this comes from the head of the claims department in our customer. Okay, what I'm going to do now is to show you how our claim system works, end-to-end, or how it works. So we start off with information coming in the system. So a customer will submit the claims document, we extract the information, we extract the line item, we form the claims record. So actually quite extensive information. We have to link together the specific claim with policy information, past claims information, resolve any ICD issue, form a claims record. This whole thing goes into our IDA Smart Claims Decision Service. And what the Claims Decision Service does is, it decides whether this claim is to be approved or to be rejected. If it's approved, is it fully approved or only partially approved? If it's partially approved, which line item will be approved and which line item to be rejected? And we'll give a reason why it's rejected. Right? And then it goes into the system. Finally, a user, the claims officer can have a choice of reviewing the output, or it can be automatically straight through process. This is where also the fraud engine comes in. So when we can process the claim very quickly, you want to make sure you're not letting through a claim that may be fraud, right? So we call it the guardian angel that sits on the claim system, keeping a lookout to make sure that no leakage, no losses is happening in your system. What are the key summary and business outcome from IDA's claims and fraud detection service? Number one is that it will do straight-through processing in a very rapid time. It will do fraud detection. It can extract information. It will tell you the unusual claims. It will give the reasons why something is accepted or not. We can handle a very large variety of claims. If you are in a health service, they're inpatient and also outpatient. One is very high value, low volume, whereas the outpatient is high volume, low value, right? We can handle specialist claims. We can handle an individual insurance or a group insurance. More important now, we can also handle pre-authorization, because all the insurers right now are asking for pre-authorization before you go to a hospital. What does it mean to the business? It means reduction in operating costs through automation. It means reducing the cost per claim. It means we can reduce the fraud down to about 1 to 2% of the total claim volume. We can improve customer satisfaction. And here are some business metrics, right? So for an outpatient claim, it used to take maybe 2 to 4 minutes to process a claim. We can now do it in under 60 seconds. Inpatient claim are a lot more complex, a lot higher value. Usually it may take anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes for a claims officer to process the claim. Again, IDA's AI engine can do it in under 60 seconds. And you look at how fast we can do it. Our customer used to use 2 RPA engines to process 1,000 claims, and that took more than 6 hours to do, the whole morning. With the IDA AI engine, we can do the 1,000 claims in under 45 minutes. Now, even for those claims that we do not process, we can speed up the processing by easily 60 to 70%. So, overall, we helped our customer increase the automation of their claims by up to 80%. All right? Okay. The second thing that we offer is our fraud detection engine, right? Fraud is actually very important because what it does is it prevents leakage. In fact, if you look at how fraud happens in insurance claim, there are many ways that fraud can happen. One is it could be overcharging. And by overcharging, we can actually give you input on whether the overcharging is at a claim level, or the benefit level, or the line item level, or related to specific surgery by ICD code. We can also look at over-servicing, which is a different kind of fraud mechanism. And by over-servicing, we mean that is there some unusual surgery or procedure related to this particular disease? Is that unusual length of stay? No, normally, maybe for appendicitis, you expect to stay only 2 days, but this person is staying for 5 days, right? So we detect that kind of unusual length of stay. We look at whether there's a recurrent readmission, right? We look at benefit level, item level. So when we say we look at over-servicing, we look at it from a multi-dimensional basis. Another thing we look at is what's called unbundling. Unbundling is a process whereby you have only one surgery, but when they bill, they chart it up and bill multiple places. So that way they try and get higher number of claims through the system and then result in higher costs for everybody. Okay. So our claims, our fraud detection engine is actually very comprehensive. Okay, now I want to show you some business outcome from our fraud service. So let's look at a client in Hong Kong where we are providing this fraud detection service on the cloud on a per transaction basis. Right. Okay, so what we do for them is we help them prevent accidental leakage. We detect over-servicing and overcharging, right? And okay, so these are some numbers. So in a period from November to December 20, there were 19,000 fraud calls that we detected. And then after feedback from the customer, they are saving something like 2 million Hong Kong dollars arising from the work that we do for them. And actually, we provide very detailed analysis for each claim that we highlighted, looking at why it's an outlier, comparing to its cohort. So these are some examples of the report we provide to our customers. Right, now talk about my partnership with Huawei, all right? So we have developed this set of products. We think the products are doing well, but most of these products are deployed right now on-premise with a tier 1 insurer. Huawei organized the Huawei Spark Global Startup Competition. We participated in the competition. I'm very glad to say we came out as one of the winners. We are second prize in this particular competition. And Huawei asked us whether we want to put our award-winning claims and fraud service onto the cloud so that it can reach a wider number of customers and make the adoption a lot easier and faster. So this was after winning the competition, we started IDA Huawei collaboration. And so the competition was in November 2020. We started discussing the actual collaboration in December. And right now today in April at the Huawei Developer Conference, I'm glad to say we are able to announce our service for the rapid pilot on the Huawei Cloud for this service. That's a fruit of our collaboration with Huawei. And then this is not the only thing. Coming to the third quarter in 2021, we'll be extending the service and launching even more services on the Huawei Cloud. Okay, now what does a rapid pilot service on the Huawei Cloud do, right? What it does is it enables rapid evaluation of IDA's award-winning claim solution for our customers, right? How you get on board really very fast. Okay, so I will show you how it looks like, right? So question, what is this pilot platform? What is it for? Okay, answer, it's a simple cloud service for insurers to very rapidly evaluate the performance and the business benefits of using IDA's smart claim service using your own data. So the outcome is using your own data and you have trust the results. Number two, who in my organization can benefit from this service? Well, we say this platform is for anyone who's seeking to improve operational efficiency or trying to manage costs. So these are people like your claims manager, cost containment manager, fraud or leakage prevention managers. So this is for you. What kind of claims can the pilot support? Well, it can support outpatient claims and inpatient claims. What kind of claims decisions are provided? Well, the platform will decide whether this claim should be accepted or declined. And if we decide that it's declined, we'll give you the reason why it's declined and link it to ICD codes where it's possible to do so. Okay. Some more Q&A. Okay, what data am I supposed to provide to IDA to do this claim service? Are you going to provide templates? Yes, we're going to make it very easy for you. What claims, smart claims require is some information about your claim type, the header, the information, your policy, of course, your plans and benefits. We need to ingest that in. We will provide you the templates, and when we ingest in, the engine now understands your insurance business, your policy types, and then we are able to start to process the claims. We also ask you for a bit of historic data because we are using an ML AI engine. We ask you for some historic data so you can train the engine, and after the train the engine, we can go into the validation phase. How much data? We ask for 1 year of data or 100K of historical claim records, whichever is more. Usually generally the more is better, but for pilot, this is good enough. Because we are trying to demonstrate to you that the system can be accurate enough and good for you, right? Okay. How do I engage IDA to access the pilot? How long will it take? Right? These are typical questions people may ask. Actually, very easy. You just write to us at inquiries@ida.io. All the address are in our website. And then we will qualify you and then authorize the pilot. There are some standard T&Cs to sign. If you agree to all that, then we'll provide access to the pilot platform. And you upload your training data, test data file, start to engage our data scientists, and within about 2 to 4 weeks, you'll be able to see the results of how good the system is. And once you are ready, we can then talk about mass production, but that's further down after we complete the pilot. We are very confident you'll find the pilot interesting. So we have already developed a claim solution and a fraud detection solution, but we find that getting customers to try it sometimes can take a long time, right? So we work with Huawei and put this service on the cloud. And when it's on the cloud, it makes the access much easier, right? So now I'm going to run a demo using a video to show you the steps that you go through. And you'll find that it's going to be relatively easy to do so. Can you run the video, please? Okay, it's a simple 5-step process. Number 1, you have to log in, right? You get a login from us, and then you upload some files, historic files, so we can train the model. We do then backtesting, then you can see the results, we validate the results. And when it's good, we can even do a forward testing with you, right? So this is the 5 steps. So now let's go through step by step. So you request for access. We give you the login credentials. The claim assessor is now ready to log in with the following information. So you talk about what is want to do. Please put in your claims header, your benefit, your copay, the training data set information, right? Okay. So how does client login look like? Very simple. You using the credentials we give you, you log into the system. That way we protect your data and everything is safe, right? The information that you upload will be placed in a special area so that your data is protected and nobody can see your data, right? And you can check your data after you upload it, and then our data scientists will start to review this data. And then we also send you an email to tell you that everything is okay. Then we run our model, get the results, and then we can then say, all the claims that you send us, we'll give you, the AI engine will do a prediction of whether yes or no, confidence, and then we'll share the results with you. You can then see how accurate the either AI engine is performing, right? Yeah, we give you statistics like AUC curve and so on. So you get a sense for whether either's AI system will work very well for you. Okay. When that's completed, we can do a further level of validation and do what's called forward testing. Forward testing is when I do not know the results, you do not know the results. We can go through that test, and then if that works, really, then the confidence level will be very high. So you will load in some forward test data, and then either and you will jointly run the forward testing exercise. Okay, so just now we have done the validation, right? What's called the back testing. Usually, our customers are very, very conservative. They want more testing. So we now do what's called a forward testing. Forward testing is when we run the system using data you have never seen before, we have never seen before, and we run it in parallel with your assessors, right? So after we do it, we validate the test together with you, right? And here's what the validation will look like. The machine will provide the results, you will provide the result, we compare it with the ground truth, right? And then, and when you compare, now, by the way, for your information, when we work with our customers, typically our accuracy, when we do this kind of thing, is in the area of 99%, right? So we are very confident we can get a very good result. Okay? And we provide you something called a STP calculator. Now, if you are a claims officer, you know that how much you STP depends on certain business rules. What assumption you want to make? Like assumption like what's a threshold before you hold it back, and so on. So I give you an example of a STP calculator we provide to all our customers. It let you play and do some simulation about your parameters so that you select the parameter appropriate for you. So we can look at the STP rate, the trade-off between STP rate and false alarm rate, and the cost and so on. So all that data and all that tool will be available to you. All right, so in summary, for this particular customer, what we found is that for $9.8 million of claims, the error, the leakage from a system like that is less than 0.1 cent, all right, so per claim, so which is really extremely low, right? So with that, you have an idea of how the whole rapid pilot system works, and you can, of course, there's documentation to show you what to expect step by step if you get into the system. And this is the end of the demo of the rapid pilot on the Huawei Cloud. All right, you have just seen a video of how a person will use the pilot service on the Huawei Cloud. I'm now going to wrap up by giving you a summary of the benefits of doing this service. Right? Okay, so why is it we have this rapid pilot service on the Huawei Cloud? Why is it important? The reason is this. A successful pilot will be very critical to showcase to you the capabilities and benefits of smart claims on your own data. You can actually try it before you buy it, right? So it minimizes the risk to you and also minimizes the risk to me. So this is actually a very wonderful way for you to try out something very easily, very rapidly, and at minimal risk. Second is, through this process of working with us in the pilot cloud, you and our award-winning data scientists, together, we can fine-tune the models so that when we go to production, the performance will be even better. And at the end of the pilot, everybody knows. If you ever go to deployment, the risk is minimized for everybody. Okay, if you want to go live, what are the next steps? Okay, once you completed the pilot, you have already got to know us, we got to know you, we understand your data, we can see the performance, and then our IDA client manager and our data scientists will work closely with your business IT team to enable a seamless integration of smart claims on your existing processes. We plan to use an API-based system, loose coupling, so the integration will be relatively seamless and easy. So this is my final slide. We are very excited that we have the chance to launch the IDA Smart Claims Rapid Pilot Service on the Huawei Cloud today. And if you want to find out more, please come to our website. And more information on our website where you can get in the detail and get the email address to contact us. And with that, I'd like to thank you very much, especially to Huawei, for giving me the opportunity to launch and share our service to the crowd, to the Huawei Developer Conference in 2021. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tan. And thank you all for joining us this morning. We will have another sessions in the afternoon, so I will see you there again.